So on this video, I'm going to do 3 examples of solving, of factoring the difference of 2 squares. So the first example, it says factor x squared minus 16. So that's the difference of 2 squares. What's being squared on the first one is the x. What's being squared here with the 16, it's a 4. So my a is x and my b is 4, if you remember the formula. So the solution is just going to be x minus 4 times x plus 4. You just take the 2 conjugates using x and 4. And that's it. You can basically just write out the answer. That's why students like these usually. That's why I like them too. Factor completely. X to the 4th minus 81. This is what I was talking about before. I don't know how to factor a difference of 2 fourths. Well, you think of it as a difference of 2 squares. X squared squared and 9 squared, which is 3 squared squared, but we'll just call it 9 squared. Right? So I'm going to get the conjugates of the things that are being squared. So I get x squared minus 9 and x squared plus 9. And double check it real quick. You don't want to go further if this is wrong. So double check it. X squared times x squared is x to the 4th. The constants, negative 9 times 9 is 9 minus 81. And the middle terms, minus 9x squared plus 9x squared is 0. So if you always check that, then it's going to be, you're not going to get these wrong because you can fix any errors you have. Now it's not factored completely because this is also a difference of 2 squares. So that factors. The second one here, the x squared plus 9, doesn't factor. That's what I was talking about before. It's a second degree polynomial, second degree binomial actually, and it's a plus in between. And we're not using complex numbers yet, so we can't factor this. We're just factoring with integer coefficients and stuff now. Constants and coefficients. So, but this first one definitely factors. It's the difference of 2 squares. So you need to factor that or you won't get the answer right. It's important to know when something doesn't factor so that you don't try to force it to factor by guessing. So the first one factors as x minus 3x plus 3. And then you just multiply that by the x squared plus 9 because that didn't factor further. And that would be your answer. Okay, so third example. Factor x minus y squared minus x plus y squared. One mistake people make is they immediately want to multiply these out. Right? Then you subtract and some terms will go away and stuff like that. But it's much easier than that. This is a difference of 2 squares. A here, remember it's a squared minus b squared. A is this quantity x minus y. And b is this quantity x plus y. Right? I use a capital A and a capital B here. Right? So I wrote that out for you. So I'm writing out the formula because maybe you get confused if you don't for something like this. It's maybe a little more confusing, right? Because it's got 2 terms in here instead of just the 1. So I'm writing out the formula. So this factors this way. And now all I need to do is write in what A is, which is x minus 3, and what B is in each of these places. And B is x plus 3. No, I'm sorry, B, wrong problem. B is x plus y. So what I get is this. That's the first factor. That's the a minus b. Right? It's x minus y. That's a minus x plus y, which is b. And then you're going to have the same thing, but with a plus in between here. These stay the same. It's just the plus in between here changes. Okay, so that's a plus b. Now, you're just adding a bunch of stuff. So within these parentheses here, from here to here, you can get rid of these parentheses. Now, to get rid of these parentheses, you need to distribute this minus. So you get a minus x minus y. Be careful of that. And then this will simplify. And you do the same thing here, and it'll simplify. Okay, so I get that. I distributed the negative. That's how I got the minus y. You have to be careful about that. And then the second factor, I'm just going to do it at the same time. I get, what, 2x, and then the minus y and the plus y cancel. So I just get 2x. I didn't do it yet. Okay. In the first one, x minus x is 0. That's what that canceling is. And in the second one, minus y and plus y cancel, which I didn't cancel for some reason. So that first term just becomes minus 2y, because there's a minus y, right? Minus y is minus 2y. And this one here is going to be 2x, because the y's cancel. So times 2x, right? And those you can just multiply the 2's. And in fact, you have to, because it has to be in simplified form. So it's minus 4xy is the answer. See? So you'll see some like that. So that's why I'm doing an example like that.